basin. This is really important. This is so important to those of us who live along West Nancy Creek and have seen flooding from West Nancy Creek. I understand there's much more development going on upstream from Nancy that's going to have an impact on Nancy. And one of the questions coming up next year is going to be the trail along West Nancy Creek. I want you, as my representative, to ask questions about the impact of cutting trees, the impact of flooding to downstream communities, and make sure you have the answers before you take a position. And it'd be nice of you to come around when it rains 2 inches and just see what happens under the Village Drive Bridge.
Fair enough. Thanks. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Wolford. I'm sure. Okay. If you can't hear me again, like the lady said, just say so and I'll speak louder. My name is Robert Wolford, and I've been a Dunwoody resident since 1967. I want to echo what some people have already said here tonight. I want to start by congratulating you on your victory. I appreciated it when Jim walked up my driveway a week before the election while I was blowing leaves and shook my hand and asked for my vote and support. He's the only candidate that's ever done that since I've ever lived here since 1967. And as a matter of fact, I know there's council members here tonight, city council members, but the truth is I invited every single council member to come through the Georgetown community and walk it with me and my wife to see what's in that area, to see what we wanted in that area, and not a single council member ever came over and walked with us through our neighborhood to see what was going on. As a matter of fact, one of them, who will remain nameless, when the email went out to everyone, quickly responded with an email saying, "You can't do that because if 3 of you meet, it's a quorum." And I think it scared the others from coming out and even finding out what was going on. So to echo something that's been said here tonight, it seems like simple government, which we should have in this city, what we voted for, gets lost, and decisions get made either behind closed doors or other places instead of in the neighborhood where things are happening. And Jim, I don't know how long you've been here, but since I've been here, 80% of the landmass in Dunwoody has been residential. And it's still pretty much that. But it seems like the government that came in here with these grand ideas of what they thought Dunwoody should be, with expanding the perimeter mall tax base in other areas when land became available. And the best example I can give is the park space that we don't have now across from the old, near the Galito Apartments, between the bank and the Galito Apartments. It's now going to be John Whelan Homes, which was a bankrupt company, which didn't have much competition for the bid. I don't know how they got that bid. And in order to tell us that that's the company that should put these homes in there, they sold it as if it might be a place that a lot of you folks are a little bit older than me and maybe want to stay in Dunwoody after you give up your home here. And we don't have a lot of retirement space for folks here. There's the old, what's the old atrium down in Georgetown? There's a few places, but there was talk that could be a community where we could retire and stay here in Dunwoody in an affordable place. Go over and look what they're building at John Whelan. You want to walk up those steps when you're 80 years old? It's not going to happen. So I would like you to listen to me tonight and maybe talk with Adrian, who's leaving our district, and get with her about, for instance, the 2-story building right behind the Georgetown Kroger, which is going to be demolished and something's going to be put there, and it's right back to the retirement home. That area, the early consensus was that would be a great place to have a retirement-type community expanded in that area for folks like the folks here tonight that want to give up their home and stay in the Dunwoody area. But I've got a feeling with what happened, since we don't have any green space over there where the pipe farm was, and we're probably not going to have much over where the hospital was, it's going to be some kind of high-density office or residential, it's a great opportunity, Jim, to listen to us over in Georgetown and Chateau Woods and the communities around there and find out what we really want, and not the grandiose ideas of the kingmaker, Warren Hutmaker, who really has too much power, in my opinion, in this city. Someone who doesn't Steve here has no real sense of our bedroom community. In fact, doesn't even respect the bedroom community like Dunwoody. Would rather give more attention to the Chamber of Commerce and people who dress nicely and wear ties than to the folks who live here, the good people who are here tonight. So anyway, congratulations. Thank you, and we'll give you a good chance to do a good job for us. Linda?
None of those issues has really been solved or addressed to my satisfaction. People ask, where is Dunwoody? When you think of Dunwoody, what is Dunwoody? Where is Dunwoody? We love Dunwoody. That's why we're here. We're fighting to help improve the image of Dunwoody. Our streets.
Calgary.
I wouldn't call it for Calgary, okay?
Our streets have been a problem for years, and thank heavens they're finally making some changes there. There are still many potholes and things I hit in the road I try to miss. But thank you. I need an assistant sometimes. But the image of Dunwoody, when you drive through, we see the streets, if there's sidewalks there, the sidewalks are overgrown
Dunwoody, I think most of us do, because it's a quiet oasis amongst the madness of Atlanta. And I moved here from the city of Decatur, which was a sleepy little town, until typical political groups, they're all enamored, they seem to be enamored with this live and work concept. But I can tell you firsthand that live and work, what it does is it brings permanent traffic to your community. I started attending these meetings recently because I see some momentum being gained in our political forces here to create this vibrant, commercial activity here in Dunwoody, and that's really not how we live in Dunwoody. Our home values are what they are because we're a sleepy bedroom community that, like I said, that's an oasis. Our schools are small and controlled in size. Going from 800 to 1,800 in Austin is a ridiculously stupid idea for the community, for the schools, for the kids, for everything. So all I'm going to say is I encourage you to fight the forces that want to turn Dunwoody into Decatur or Brookhaven or Virginia Highlands. These places are within 5 miles distance drive. If we want to go there for a nightlife, we just get in our car and go there. Let's keep Dunwoody what makes Dunwoody great, a sleepy community. And the last meeting I went to, there was all this talk about what the millennials want. Where are the millennials? Millennials don't drive this town. They don't make the decisions in this town, and I guarantee you, they won't be here once they leave their parents' health care plan at age 27. Help keep Dunwoody what it is. What's made it great.
I think we made a dissenting voice on some of that.
Not quite probably what some people think I am. But newer residents of Dunwoody, and I just want to echo that exactly what you said is why in my life I do why I chose to live in Dunwoody. We're from Kentucky. We're from a small town in Kentucky. We love Atlanta. It's great. But we don't live in Atlanta. That's why we chose to live here. It's because it's quiet. It's more like rural Kentucky, just outside of Atlanta. So I agree. Let's keep it that way.
Can't hear you, sir.
I moved here 23 years ago for good schools, good roads, a wooded area to raise a family. And I've seen the place go downhill precipitously in the last 5 or 10 years. There's no need for this. If I wanted what the city council wanted, I should have moved to Atlanta. I didn't do that. I moved to Dunwoody. I don't want what the city council wants. I'm probably going to leave as fast as I can because I don't think there's any way to stop it unless every one of you gets out there and votes them all out. It's just as simple as that. They're cramming, making the lot smaller and smaller. They're putting up high rises. You're going to have tens of thousands of cars running through here. What for? It's going to destroy everything that you wanted.